Fire signs, it looks like there is an opportunity coming for you in potentially in money, but certainly in your sense of abundance across all realms in your life this week and in the very near future. You may have been quite dissatisfied recently. The fly here, it talks of a period of ill health and depression, but I'm just sort of picking up a sort of a very annoying energy, like kind of shoe fly. You're in a situation that you'd rather actually get out of. The pale card showed up, so it is kind of time to get out of a situation and leave behind the kind of smelly ickiness surrounding you. But it is coming, because look at this, it's a fresh start, something that you can really get passionate about. So it does feel like a new endeavor, a new creative endeavor, or a new job potentially. And it is going to really have you exploring new territory and working on different gifts that you do have that might be a bit latent within you, that you haven't had a chance to flex yet. You've all these tentacles here ready to flex, but maybe you've only been using one or two of them. So you are about to evolve into a way more complex or interesting scenario that really uses all of your skills, or more of them anyway. Now, you might be getting a little bit more clairvoyant, or you might just be receiving intuitive nudges that are kind of alerting you to the fact that this kind of opportunity is coming in. Inspiration is one of the key words on this card, and that really does reinforce this. It is really about new energy, new enthusiasm kind of popping up. It's the first little shoot of spring growth after the snow, and it does feel like you are coming out of quite a period of solitude and maybe even feeling quite mournful. Not only with these two cards not being so positive, but you've got Saturn here. Saturn is the headmaster in your 12th house of subconscious mind, self-undoing, spirituality, even withdrawal from society. So you may well have been doing a lot of hard work on yourself, setting limits on addictions, things like that. So the 12th house is also about surrendering and merging with the great divine void. So maybe it has been time to call a halt or put some boundaries in your escapist tendencies. But what is coming up, and hopefully you will get some guidance along the way here from this clairvoyance card, is going to be an endeavor that you are feeling so much more in tune with a group of people. So this seems to be like finding a new workplace with awesome workmates, or a new project with collaborators that is going to really have you all kind of playing the same tune delightfully. So it's teams, it's collaboration, it's precise arrangement, everyone playing their part properly and professionally, and creating beautiful music together, you know, just to use that analogy. So let's get some more information about this new scenario that's coming in that could really impact your abundance and your finances. So you might have been feeling stuck lately. We're already kind of determined that you're in a situation where, you know, things could be better. You are a person who is very, very skilled at what you do vocationally. This is somebody who has honed their skills to the point where it's second nature. They don't have to labor over stuff because it just flows with ease and grace. And, you know, you're like a machine in a way. You are very, very polished at what you are doing, and the rewards are showing. So there is this wild card energy. Let's pull another card for this. I know it will be different for everybody, but there is some interesting energies ahead. This presents as something that looks really fantastic and exciting to start with, and then there looks to be something a bit murky, and maybe that is where your clairvoyance is going to come in. Also, I forgot to mention, this card came out that nothing is yet set in stone, which means that things are very flexible and movable and changeable in your world, especially this week as this new energy comes in. I want one more card for this unexpected energy here. What is this wild card? So this is interesting. This is the card of peace and kind of keeping yourself to yourself, staying out of trouble, kind of healing from past hurts. And this is the card. They're both fours. You might want to look up what 4 means numerologically. In this instance, the 4 of Cups means you're not really that impressed by the offer that is coming in. you're not really sure about it, and it seems like I'm quite content maybe being in my backwater, like you don't really want to step outside your comfort zone here and move into something new. That is interesting because look what's ahead. Stability and joy. That seems to be what is on offer. That's what it looks like, and the opportunity to collaborate with like-minded people who are just as talented as you, and each has a different role to play and a skill to bring. So it looks on paper like a very good, solid opportunity. But there seems to be doubt that you have here, or there is something hidden or a little bit uncertain about either this offer or your attitude to it. It is a very watery Pisces type energy, things that are hidden, and clairvoyance just has that sort of similar thing to it where you might be picking up on the unspoken energies that lurk behind the scenes that are not spoken about, that an ordinary person wouldn't pick up on, but because you are tuned in, you might just really see that there's something else going on here. Because there seems to be an apology or an offer of love. It seems to come from the heart. And there's you going, no, I'm just looking at this very dispassionately, very logically. So it feels like somebody appealing to your emotional side is going to cut no ice. You are the ice queen in this instance, or the ice king, as the case may be, really using your rational mind to evaluate this situation. Now, these two cards both came out indicating the 8th house. That is a very Scorpio house. This is lump sums of money. It's also the mysteries of life. Look, this is also the house of joint resources, marital property. So we have two cards emphasizing that. And the keywords there are power and manipulation, both very Scorpionic energies there. But the planets involved are Jupiter, which is very big, large, expansive. It brings good things, like a lot of money. And you've also got the moon there with your emotions getting really involved. There might be some emotional fear about joining forces with someone. The 8th house is about the fruits really of collaborating, the financial aspect of collaboration. So maybe you have some doubts about if this is a business partnership, exactly how are we going to share this finance that we bring in. There is expansion there, but also emotions coming into play, coloring things. I won't lie, I'm a bit confused about this energy. Hopefully it'll make sense to you and you go, I'm joining all these dots for myself. But the energy for you to lean away from is the strength card here, number 8. Now the strength card is about feeling very strong in yourself. It sort of feels like a lone wolf kind of energy in the context of the spread. It kind of is urging you towards collaboration, saying that it can really expand you, but maybe it's your fears of trusting someone else that is kind of holding you back. Because the energy to lean towards is getting out of your solitary confinement. That's this card. Remember you were like, no, I don't think I really want this offer. I want to stay in my solitary confinement because it's nice and peaceful. I want to labor away by myself in my attic where no one can bother me. So this card is saying lean towards the opposite of that, because in this case it's upside down. So lean towards getting out in the world, leaving your peaceful state behind, taking some risks. And so this is where your subconscious might be like going, oh, I don't want to do that. Your emotions might be fearing power plays. It might get into the paranoid side of things. And this card here is saying Jupiter's there. It's like we could be so big together. Don't let your fears hold you back from this expansion. So lean towards re-entering the world, getting into the fray, getting your hands dirty, taking this risk. You are strong enough. You are, you've healed. It's just don't get too strong in a solitary way. Don't just persevere on and block everyone out. To be the strong, independent person you are, it's time to kind of ease that up a bit. Move towards the stability that you get from collaboration. Okay. Whew. Let's pull a couple of cards to finish. Well, that's all I need to know. This is about your brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power, and I'm getting that it is about banishing your negative beliefs and really leaning into your brilliant beliefs, the hope the dazzling, optimism here, because this is the time for you to end your inner conflict. You need to really come together and study, tune in with your clairvoyance to get at what are these nameless fears of being powerless that might be showing up for you, the lack of trust, the paranoia, in a joint endeavor here. And look, it could be a relationship. If it's not job related, this could be your real sense of, I want a partnership, but I also have a lot of negative fears about it. So it is really time to be optimistic and lean into what could be possible here. Really look at being optimistic, just expecting the best. Ultimate happiness. It's there for you. You just have to believe in it. If you'd like your own personal reading on this topic or any other, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. Meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.